So I was able to see League of Super Pets about super pets in the DC world. So here's my take on it. Hi, my name is Nathan. I talk about a bunch of movies on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share what you thought of League of Super Pets over on my channel. I have more movie reviews like this. You could check those out when this video is over. Also, if you enjoyed this video, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe. It helps a lot. With that said, let's just get straight into the review. And for me, this is just a harmless piece of family entertainment. It's a film that it is not designed specifically for me or for my dad or anybody like that, but it is designed for families to watch together. And so this is a movie I would recommend to families. And it's a frustrating one for me because there's not a bunch of specifics about the problems I do have with this movie. It's just that I'm not exactly the target audience that would gravitate towards watch this movie. Put it this way, would I just sit down at home and watch DC Super Pets? Probably not. But if my family chose to watch it one night, would I mind that? No, I would not. And so it's a film that it's fun enough, it's enjoyable enough, and it's cute enough, but it does no more or no less than that. And so what do I enjoy about this movie is that it's a very enjoyable film. The main plot involves Superman's dog, Krypto, being jealous of Superman having a lot of these friends, and that's kind of a nice premise for a film like this to have, and it's also enjoyable. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that is laugh out loud. It is funny, and it's just sort of that type of film for me. And what I really think worked about this film was that it was a very simple film about, there's conflict between Superman and his dog, and it ends up being a whole different take. It's simple, but it's a fresh take on that type of story. And it sort of does have a certain sense of sweetness and sort of a heart to it when you got to, there's some deep elements of the movie. So, like, there's stuff with Kevin Hart's character, and then he has an actual backstory that's kind of like the When She Loved Me thing from Toy Story 2, but it hit heavy. It hit a bit heavier than I was thinking it would in a movie about talking pets and the DC characters. And so that was kind of like sort of something that I could appreciate about it, is that it had some heavy elements, it had things that did draw out some emotions, and so it did have a heart. And our two leads, The Rock and Kevin Hart, like, when I first saw the trailers for this movie, I was just like, oh, The Rock and Kevin Hart, they're teaming up for like the 1 billionth time. That was sort of my reaction when I first saw the trailers. But then, no matter what you put them in, I realized that they really do have great chemistry between each other. They play off very well from one another. And so when you put them in a kids movie with animals, it just works. Like, it works for a lot of movies, and in particular Jumanji. And there's also a nice, besides The Rock and Kevin Hart, there's also just a nice voice cast in the movie. You, of course, have The Rock and Kevin Hart, obviously, but you have Keanu Reeves as Batman, which is, you would not expect John Wick to voice Batman in a kids movie. You also got John Krasinski as Superman, and then there's a bunch of other actors and stuff in here. Like, I don't fully remember the entire cast, but it's just fun to hear those voices in this film. And there's lots of fun classic DC Easter eggs in this movie. where they're talking about sometimes it placed a Superman 78 score, and other times there would be this little reference to something, even like Marvel references in this DC movie, that would just add a little something to it, add a little more humor, and so it's a fun, enjoyable, simple, but just sort of a film for, not designed for me, not for me to watch normally, but for the entire family to watch. So, if you're watching this and you're a couple years younger than me, if you're like 5th grade, I would definitely recommend you go see this movie with your family in the theater. So, while I don't really have any specific problems, I think that it works well enough, it's fine enough, and so, because I'm not the target audience, I would go with a B- on this one. And, not to say that's bad or anything, but it's just a movie I enjoy, but I'm just not the target audience for it. And so, let me know down below in the comment section if you're the target audience, and if you enjoy this movie more than I do. Click that like button, be sure to subscribe, it really does help a lot. Over on my channel, like I said, I have more content, more reviews like this. Check those out right now. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end. I'll see you in the next one.